Hi, everyone. My name is Carrie, and I am a part of the Foster Strong team. Today, I want to talk to the parents out there, the foster parents, the adoptive parents, and kinship caregivers about healing from your own trauma. So, as you're preparing to take in a child and be a caregiver, there is such a heavy focus on equipping you to help a child heal from their emotional trauma, to help them cope with their trauma, to how to parent when there are the residue of trauma that can pop up. But I don't think there's enough focus on your own trauma and the importance of addressing that before you open your home to bring in children. So a perfect example of this is with my own story. And when I was adopted, I thought that it was my happy ending. And here I had this fairy tale family and it was going to be rainbows. And that just wasn't the case. And I know that no family is perfect and every family has their problems. But for me, my adoption failed because I believe that my parents did not heal from their own trauma. I had a parent who had experienced significant abuse in their childhood that I believe went unhealed and was an open wound. And so when things happened in my adoptive home, my parents were triggered and not able to appropriately deal with those issues. So it became quickly a manner of, because they had unhealed trauma, they were triggered by things that were currently happening in the home, unable to deal with them, and then not able to show up as parents and keep their kids safe or help their kids to handle big emotions, whatever it may be. And so I just cannot stress enough that just as much of a heavy focus as we put on helping the child to handle and heal their own emotional trauma, that you really have to do the work yourself. And that when you do the work yourself and you focus on how you can heal and you can show up as your best self, that's what will happen. You will also show up 100% for that child. And it goes back to the saying that you can't pour from an empty cup. So I would love to talk more in detail about this, but today that's my biggest takeaway. My biggest piece of advice is heal, heal, heal. Please heal for your kids, because the last word I'll leave you with is that unhealed trauma becomes a rickety bookshelf. So if you have trauma and you put it on a bookshelf and you never deal with it and it's in this box collecting dust, and as life goes on, hard things keep happening, you keep putting more boxes up there, things that you don't want to deal with, things that are painful, and you're just avoiding them. Then over time, that shelf gets heavier. Then when you have a child and that child's trauma goes on that second bookshelf, well, then it keeps adding below. But the more that life gets harder for you and you're adding your child's hardships onto that, eventually that bookshelf at the top can crumble. And then the residue falls down on every generation below. So again, heal, heal, heal.